talking like you think you're royalty. You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. For the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins, won't play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility. Who died and made you king of anything? You think that I'm insane? It's your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. I'll take it. I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. So you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. For the throne.
Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes. I take shots to the top, I'll get it. I got one life, I'ma do all the winning. never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same, cause that's what it takes.
All right, guys. Howdy, howdy. Let me get this, figure out how to get this letterboard off of here. There we go. All right. And let's go ahead and give a special round of applause to our special guest tonight and then bring him on. Johnny, the Massalorian. How are you doing, man?
T, I'm all right. How are you doing? How are you doing?
Long time no see. What, I mean, they released you from the Western Front or what?
I'll tell you, Tony, I'm exhausted. To be honest, I'm physically, mentally exhausted. I was thinking about like, what am I gonna say when I first come on after having a year hiatus? I've never worked so hard for so little in my life. So that's how I'm feeling.
So you're doing a working man's wage type thing for the last year. Is that what you're saying?
As hard as I possibly can. I was contemplating whether or not to ever return, honestly, just because of the embarrassment of having to do this. But it taught me a valuable lesson that never count your chickens before they hatch. So
Well, I know I've had a lot of people asking where you're at, how you're doing, when are you coming back over the last year. And, you know, even if you don't want to talk stocks, Massalorian, there's people that I'm sure would like to just vibe with you on politics, you know, or your unique niche on some of the conspiracy stuff that you really get into.
I mean,
you know, I use the word conspiracy with love, of course. with
I
you.
know you do. You know, I thought about that for a while, but really, I had to get myself financially stable before you can really, because this takes a lot of energy and time to do it right. And if I can't devote that, you know, I don't want to put out an inferior product or not do enough research to get things wrong. And if I'm reporting on something, so you know, better stay closed.
You could just do like some other people, you know, and film yourself in your car as you're driving to work and get a 5-minute video out on whatever bubble gum is on your mind at the moment. Doesn't even have to be true. I mean,
I
that
know.
seems to be the way things are these days.
It works and it works. And yeah. Yep. So how are you doing? How are you doing, Tony?
I'm doing well. Let's see what. Oh, you know, right now we're in this really crunch time of meme stocks. You know, a lot of the market's been under pressure. AMC and GameStop have been under pressure. A lot of people are running around with like chickens with their heads cut off. And then on top of that, we got crypto kind of flailing around recently. Have you been paying attention to that?
I saw the first comment that came up, someone saying I need your no BS assessment on the crash of Bitcoin and the economy as a whole.
Yeah, man,
yeah.
it's crazy. There's a lot of moving parts to pay attention to, and I'm just doing my best, Johnny, to continue to provide seasoned and reasoned thoughts and opinion. Look at the filings, look at the financials, forget about the social media hype and hoopla. Those are great things to pay attention to know when a play is going to pop, right? Like when we played Beyond Meat a month ago, only by paying attention to social media do you know what's about to happen next. Genius Group, GNS, could be a good play for next week. It's a shitty company. It'll be a bull trap, but it could be a good momentum play on Monday if you're up at 3 o'clock in the morning. It already went up 50% after hours on Friday.
Okay, so there's still money to be made out there, is what you're
There's
saying.
still, yeah. Beyond Meat went up like 1,000%. It went from 50 cents to 8.80.
Wow.
There's money to be made, but you gotta, as always, know when to hit the ripcord and jump out of the play. There are people saying Beyond Meat's going to $1,000. It's going to be better than GameStop. Just like ridiculous stuff. Same old thing, Johnny. You know, how many tickers have we seen this story in over the last 5 years?
Yeah, dozens upon dozens.
Many.
Yep.
What else is going on? That's pretty much it for now. We'll have some more announcements in the coming months, but getting back to stocks and finance, AMC, I just put a video out on it today, going over a few more thoughts about why the price is getting run down, why I'm still out of the trade. I'll probably do a GameStop video tomorrow. I've been getting people for a couple weeks asking for a GameStop video, but GameStop's finally at the point I've been talking about for the last year. Like, wait for it to get right here. I'm loving it because this is the price target where I feel comfortable starting to add.
Yeah,
I don't call it risk free. Like some people will tell you, Massalorian, that you're getting your GameStop shares for free because the company has as much cash as the market
as they
cap.
need. Yeah,
but these people ignore $4 billion in debt, and they don't want to talk about the book value of the shares actually being $11. It's the same old nonsense. But
we talked about that years ago. The book value versus what people perceive.
But
there's a big difference.
But the fact remains that there is strong retail support, and I don't think it's not going to get pushed all the way down to book value. So this is where I start dipping my toe in the water and adding to my position. And if it goes down a little bit, I'm cool with that.
Right. You're not heaping tons of money into it.
I'm in the green on the play, and as it pushes down, if it continues to push down, I will slowly add to my position. But I was not buying at 23, 25, 28, like all these people have been doing for the last year, saying every day, oh, it's a discount. No, come on, we got to use common sense here. Yeah, we got to use common sense. And there, did you hear about the ducky guy?
No, fill me in.
I think his channel is Beckett Cat, BECKETTCAT. He got famous a month or two ago for when Richard Newton stopped covering GameStop, bless his heart, because we love Richard. When he stopped covering GameStop, Beckett took over the DD of the swap theory, and he said, "I got this figured out, guys, and I'm buying $100,000 of November 14th calls." And guess what happened Friday? It did not hit his strike price. So
I bet not.
That was kind of interesting. The same old algo people are out there, Massalorian. I saw someone tweet this week, I don't know why the algo didn't push AMC up this week. Obviously, they shifted the algo from AMC to Highcroft because Highcroft's running and AMC's not running, even though I've been telling you for months that it would run this week and to buy calls. So clearly they shifted the algo. They just picked it up, carried it, drop it in over here on Highcroft.
Drop it over there. Right.
I mean, man, some of this stuff just makes me smack my head. What are these people thinking?
I know. Yep. It's got a little loopy. So let's
hang on before you. I'm
what?
gonna let you take the next segment, but I want to ask.
Okay. Yeah,
I
go
want to
ahead.
comment on Matt. Matt says, love him or hate him. Nick made a good call about AMC and Jamie crashing down. Yeah, I love Nick, Matt. I'm giving him a good-natured ribbing. You know, he's a fun guy. He's a fellow Italian, and he seems to have a good head on his shoulders. But you know, he's had a lot of good calls. And none of us are perfect. We don't call everything perfect. However, I don't buy the shifting the algo from AMC to Highcroft thing. That's I'm gonna say on that. But in general, he has very good DD, and he might be right about GameStop going to $19 for all I know. Go ahead, Massalorian. Floor is yours.
Okay. I just want to say if you want, we'll start off. I mean, I wrote some notes down earlier about things that maybe we could talk about. I mean, do you want to start with the theaters and the stock and AMC? You want to start at the top where everyone wants to start? Okay.
Let's get that out of the way.
All right. Sounds good.
Do you have some screenshots you want to share, or do you want me to put some up?
No, go ahead. You put yours up and let's talk about them.
All right. So first one, screen share window. Let's look at box office. So we're in Q4. We're at 600 million. We have 6 weeks to go in the quarter, and all of our big tentpole movies start next weekend with Wicked. Are you planning to watch that one?
No, honestly, the movie I'm looking forward to going and seeing as soon as possible is Nuremberg. I've heard good things about
that
it.
one's high on my list. Yeah, we got Wicked for Good on the 21st. We have Zootopia on November 26th. And then after that, Five Nights at Freddy's. That one's looking like it might get off to a slower start than I was hoping. I'm waiting for some more numbers to come in on it, but early numbers are not looking good. And then in December, we have, I don't consider Five Nights at Freddy's a tentpole movie anyways, but I was counting on it for at least maybe 140 million. I'm going to have to probably ratchet that number down. In December, we have late December towards the holidays, Silent Night, Deadly Night. Where's the big ones?
The last
SpongeBob,
2 weeks, right?
SpongeBob, Avatar, and Marty Supreme. Marty Supreme is getting a lot of press. But
Timothy
Avatar, yeah, Timothy. Avatar, obviously the big one. So we're basically putting our Q4 on the altar of a couple of tentpole movies. And so, you know, it's going to be very hard to call all the way down to the wire. And there will be some carryover of these movies into Q1. And I have already accounted for that in my Q1 forecast. So as I'm talking on videos, or you guys hear me talking or tweeting or whatever about Q1 cash burn, I've already done my Q1 forecast. In fact, I've already forecasted every quarter through Q4 to the next year to the extent that we can. We got a lot of movies that are going to be coming. So I won't be talking about specific numbers this early, but you guys got to go see some movies between now and the end of December. We can't end this quarter. We cannot end Q4 at 2.3 billion. You know, Johnny?
That would not be good. Yeah.
We got to have 255, 26, 27. We got to get above break even for AMC. And so that's a big lift. It's a big lift to happen in 6 weeks. I don't know if we can get there.
Yeah, I mean, look at just going back. Wow, it is nice to see the numbers climbing, but still, I mean, I was hoping that this was going to be our breakout year, 2025, right? That we talked a lot about that, and the last 9 months have been particularly good or decent, right? There's nothing to scoff at, but I really thought that our numbers would be high going on, but I was a little more optimistic about 2025 being our breakout year. And you know, like you said, Q1's going to be tough for next year. I remember, well, I watched your video from last week, and you broke down the numbers pretty well and said, you know, just curve your expectations a little bit, because we're going to have probably a DC 4, but then right around the corner again, we might be getting bad news. So, you know,
I went through those numbers in even more painstaking detail in today's video.
Did you? Okay. I haven't got a chance to watch it yet.
We're looking here at the yearly box office for 2025, 7.1 billion. I mean, guys, we need $2 billion in 6 weeks. Like, you wonder why I'm a little bit nervous about Q4 and Q1. I mean, yes, there is a world where we could get $2 billion in 6 weeks, but you got to realize that's a big ask.
And I'm assuming, Tony, these numbers aren't adjusted for inflation, right? That we're looking at?
They are not. No.
Okay. And that's just an ugly trend. Anything too crazy in the thumbnail, but honestly, I mean, man, this is just not the best look for Hollywood right now. It's not, and that goes for that directly impacts the theaters.
We had a couple of movies, Michael and one other one, that got moved from this year into next year, which didn't help. But, you know, it is what it is. And AMC in particular pays the price when box office is not big enough. Because as you know, they're sized for operating leverage off of a certain box office, a high box office. And they're not going to perform well, or they're going to lose money, or they're going to continue burning cash on an annual basis if we can't get this box office up.
Yeah, and the cash burning is a problem, right? It's a big issue.
I mean, we only had to do one equity raise this year, which was good. They did one equity raise in Q1 of 165 million. So that's good. I mean, remember years where we were doing equity raises like every quarter or every other quarter, it seemed like?
Yeah. Things have changed a little bit in that respect. Yeah.
So the things are getting better, but we're not out of the tunnel yet.
No. And
have you been paying attention to GameStop or Power Packs or any of that stuff?
No, Tony, I haven't been paying close attention to the stock at all, but the overall video game market, yeah, I've been paying very close attention to it. Just overall, in general, the sentiment for gamers out there, yeah, I've been on top of pretty hardcore recently.
They finally reached a point, Johnny, where they have potential to pivot. We need 1 or 2 more quarters to show growing margins, growing net income, and maybe even growing revenue if the super optimistic people end up being correct. This past quarter could have been the turning point. We'll find out, in the next quarterly results. And of course, they have all that cash, $8.5 billion in cash. They've got $400 or $500 million in Bitcoin. And so they're earning a decent amount of interest, but there's this big misconception. Since you haven't been plugged in, I'm just going to catch you up real quick.
Go for it.
There's this misconception in the retail community that Wall Street somehow values cash or should value cash at 20, 50x. And that's just not how Wall Street or finance works. Cash is basically worth cash.
That's it.
And in fact, it's worth cash minus the debt. So that's how we get back to that $11 book value. And people keep on insisting, Wall Street should give a multiple for cash. But why are they going to buy GameStop to get exposure to someone earning 4%?
Right.
They could take their own cash and earn 4%.
Right.
Wall Street does not care about cash. They want to see cash invested to generate ROIC, ROE, ROA, earnings.
Yep. Right. That's it.
So, you know, I'm going to keep on preaching that message. The GameStop YouTubers hate me for being the voice of reason, but, you know, some things never change, Massalorian, even when you
Nope.
leave for a year.
Clearly not. But yeah, I have to agree with you. I mean, as far as GameStop goes, I'm looking at this from the perspective of a moviegoer and a movie lover, and as a former gamer and gaming lover, I don't see. I mean, in the long term vision down the road of what is actually going to happen to these entities long term, I see a very bleak future.
But
again,
I don't know if you are aware. I didn't mention it just a second ago. GameStop has entered this era of joining the trading card frenzy, Pokemons and sports
I did
trading
not.
cards. Yeah, so that has been huge for them, and it should continue to grow unless that fad takes a slowdown. And not only can you buy the cards and sell them at GameStop, but you can also, they have this online casino now where you can buy graded cards just like pulling a slot machine, Johnny.
Wow,
You
really?
spend 25, 50, 100, $500 and you get a card that's maybe worth more than you spent or maybe worth less. The odds are shown before you pull the lever.
So is
I
this
use that.
considered? Are we considered? Is that considered gambling?
I use that pull the lever metaphorically. I know there's not a lever you pull, but yeah, you have to be 18 and you must be in the US.
Okay.
I don't know if it's considered gambling because you're buying something, but it will reel in some people that have a gambling mentality, because if you don't like the card, you can immediately sell it back, get immediate credit to your virtual account, and pull another card. And there's people doing live streams, Johnny, of buying these cards for an hour straight.
That's what I'm looking at right here. I see the videos here. Wow.
So that, you know, when it rolls out in its final version to everybody, that could be a really interesting revenue generator for GameStop, and potentially a high profit margin generator also.
Very interesting.
Sparky says, "Hey, what's up, Sparky? Do you remember Sparky, Mass?"
Yes, I believe so. Anya?
He's above Anya's comment. Sparky 8717. He says, "Anybody else surprised the initial FTDs on the warrants were only 1 million, and actually the final number was like 500,000, right, Sparky?" That was a little lower than I thought on the GameStop warrants. I thought there'd be a little more friction, a few more fails than 1 million. But I expect, now that we have our eyeballs on the first 3 days or so of FTDs, as we get future fail reports on the warrants, that number is going to trend down to 0. There's no reason for warrants to fail other than that initial friction on the day of issuance. Anya, how are you doing? She wants to know where you got the mic, Massalorian.
God, this is the same mic that I bought back when I started the channel. It's the same mic I've been carrying around for the last 4 years.
Is that a Shure mic?
Yeah. This is, yep.
It looks like mine. All right.
Yeah. This is the OG, the same one. I haven't changed anything.
You got any other tickers that you're majorly interested in right now?
Let's see. Well, I got out of almost my entire Palantir position in any AI stocks. Have you seen that Michael Burry, I guess, made a big bet against some of the AI tech stocks, including, Michael Burry?
Yes. That was big news. And then that was news. And then they were also saying last week that Michael Saylor was selling Bitcoin. I had to get straight in my brain which was which, because Burry did go, he did buy puts on those companies, right? But Saylor said he did not sell Bitcoin for MicroStrategy.
Okay.
So, you never know who to believe. Trust the filings, I guess.
That's the only way to really know.
Anya says, Sparky needs a mic like yours. Yeah. Sparky, did you get a mic yet? We can send you an invite. Kenneth says, is Beyond under $1 a good buy? It could be, Kenneth. I'm hesitant to, I'm trying not to say anything about Beyond until the 19th because there's a vote. I see the pumpers out there saying, this is a discount right here. And I know it went up on Friday, but there is a vote for a reverse split and some dilution will be baked in on November 19th. And I don't know that I can tell you how that's going to translate into the price action next week. I did a video about 2 weeks ago giving you a couple of different price levels depending on your risk tolerance and how bullish or bearish you were about management turning the company around. And I think that it's been a couple weeks. I think my price levels were somewhere around like 70 cents up to $2. I had a bearish case, a base case, and a bull case. So go watch that video and keep in mind as you're watching that one, I did not account for any future dilution when I gave those price targets. So if more shares get issued, we got to adjust those price targets down. If Beyond Meat can turn around their sales over the next year, they'll probably be okay. But what happens in the next week, I don't know. In the next quarter, I don't know. They've already guided lower for Q4. So I might be interested around 50 cents just for a swing trade, but don't quote me on that. I'm not committing to buying yet.
What's that 50 cents?
Massalorian, did you have any what's his name? The guy that was buying the puts?
Michael Burry.
Yeah, did you have any Burry comments? Did you read the news about him?
Yeah, I mean, he's an interesting character, right? I mean, he called out one of the biggest bubbles ever to be burst in the history of the market. So, whenever he does something, especially when it's $1 billion bet, people take notice, right? So I certainly did, and I thought it was interesting that he's very bearish on all these AI tech companies, including like Snowflake, Palantir, NVIDIA. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, T? I mean, Palantir is just a stock that, we did have a conversation earlier in the week, and we just were kind of like befuddled at how that price has moved the way it has. Just unbelievable.
Did you see the letter that came out? Did you see the letter that came out this week, though, that he was shutting down Scion Management?
I did. Yeah. I did.
This is really, I haven't delved into it a lot, just other than reading a couple of people's thoughts. But like, did he make these short bets and then now he's just given up? Or he made the bets, he's keeping the bets, and he doesn't want to deal with the public pressure? Like, what the heck is going on? That's really what I want to hear your opinion, what you think.
I mean, it says that he purchased these put options on both for and PLTR. And according to 13F, he is not too thrilled, I guess, about the prospects of them having a good upcoming. Honestly, I mean, when we're looking at the overall market itself, do you not feel it's completely overinflated, especially if you're talking about the AI and the tech space, just in general? That it's just moved unbelievably. I mean, the last since Trump was really elected, I mean, everything's just taken off to you know, new all-time highs, it seems like, for many of these companies.
Yeah, someone was asking early in the chat, what the heck is going on with the market? Are we expecting a market crash? I don't know about you, Massalorian, but I've lived through a few of them. It's always hard to call when it's going to happen. I've seen some YouTubers that have been saying for 5 years now, only buy GameStop because these markets can't keep going up. Yet somehow they do. They keep going
They
up.
do. Yeah. Yeah. I know. Just when you think it's a possibility that the bubble could burst, they somehow kick that can right down the road. And you know, I know a lot of people who, after Trump was elected, went heavy into some of these stocks. When I saw them explode, I got out when I had made a good amount on my money. You know, maybe a little too early, some may say, but at least I recouped some of my losses for prior years. Palantir kind of saved me, so I guess I'll have that always a good thing to look back on the stock, even though I think that their tech is going to be used for evil in the future. But that's neither here nor there. It's a conversation for a conspiracy video, I guess.
Palantir helped save your hide somewhat. Safe to say, huh?
Somewhat. Yeah, but it could have been a lot better. I begged people right before Trump won to let me use some money to go into Palantir when it was at $50 a share. And
$5, Johnny. When we were talking about this damn stock at $5, it's at 207. I mean 174, but it hit 207. That's crazy.
I know. It's nuts.
G.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about it. We talked about the stock a long time ago.
G Turner says, how would you assess a new stock and what would your process be? You know, we go through that on many live streams, G Turner. I just have you guys call out a ticker we haven't looked at before, and we do a quick 5 or 10 minute assessment. And there are certain things you can do. I have videos in my education playlist of how to read an income statement in 60 seconds, what to look for on a balance sheet, what to look for in the cash flow. But there are some other steps that we do. We look at quickly, we'll look and see if the company has any open filings to raise money. If they're not profitable, that's something we worry about. If they're profitable, not really something we worry about. And then you have to make an assessment. Is the company overvalued or not? Or even if it is overvalued, do you want to just ride the momentum? The problem is, and you know as well as I do, Johnny, what happens with these companies that get hugely overvalued is that one day where there is a stumble in the market or a stumble at that company or a stumble by their CEO, they just get obliterated in a heartbeat.
Yep. Happens.
So that is always the danger, but I mean, no ticker is risk-free. So that dovetails nicely into another talking point that I think Johnny would agree with me on. You should have some diversification in your portfolio. Johnny, absolutely. Agree or disagree?
Agree. Yeah, absolutely.
There are people that will tell you all you need to own is GameStop.
Yeah.
For example, as the other side of that coin.
Diversify.
I'm not a big fan of investing only in one company because, you know, I'm just not that smart. Maybe these guys are much smarter than me, and GameStop will outperform the entire market over the next 10 years.
Well, isn't your line never put all your eggs in one basket? That's your
right? Risk not thy whole wad.
Right. That's a good one.
Risk not thy whole wad. I used to have that saying when I had my corporate job, you know, and we traded, even though I was doing tech work, we still traded. We had to phone in our orders back then, Johnny. But I had that damn phrase right there taped up next to my monitor to remind myself, don't go freaking all in. Don't get emotional, Tony. It's been a 30-year process of teaching myself to control emotions.
Anya said, Maggie must be living large right now. I would
know,
say so,
Maggie.
Anya. Yeah,
I
she
hope so.
probably is. I hope so. I hope so too. Someone said, Fidget Spinner said, any thoughts about how any file releases may affect the markets if there's some bad stuff? Fidget Spinner, if they had something bad on him, it would have come out in the last 4 years. That's going to have no effect on the market at all, in my opinion. If they had anything of legitimacy, they would have brought it out by now. They tried to arrest him. They charged him in 34 felonies. They probably put him in prison. They tried to kill him. If he had anything in the Epstein files, they would have already come out. So I have no inkling that will have any effect on the markets ever.
Andrew says he wants to see AMC and Beyond Meat collab. That'd be cool. I'd be fine with that. Give some people that don't like real meat another option. They have the Impossible Nuggets, but hey, Adam Aaron, if you're listening, Beyond is hot right now. You know, I don't know what kind of licensing or partnership deal they sign up for. I imagine, wouldn't you think, Massalorian, if they sign a deal with Impossible Meat for the chicken nuggets, it's probably locks them in for a while, a year or two?
I would think so.
But yeah, I mean, Andrew, why not? Explore all options, Adam. They have a new candy, Johnny, the sour gummy circles, fruit flavor.
And that's AMC proper, right? That's our own candy?
Yeah, the Cinema Sweets. And I also saw someone linked on X a AMC website announcement that they are going to offer microwave kettle corn, which I've been asking for 2 years. And I've been hearing hints that this was coming out. And I've been looking for it on Walmart.com and Amazon and DoorDash, even the AMC website. I can't find it yet in my local area, but you know, I'm going to buy several boxes of that and try it out whenever. As much complaining as I do about Win kettle corn, you know, I'm going to buy that.
Is that something exclusively with Walmart that AMC has, or is that?
Well, AMC sells at Walmart. They sell at Kroger. And now I saw also they're selling at every military commissary or base exchange also. That's new.
Hey, that's nice.
You know, they're slowly expanding the rollout. That I think it still seems to be a viable product.
Good. Yeah. I want to continue to see them have success, believe me. There's no bigger fan of the theaters than I am, and I want to see them do well. And as a shareholder, I want to see them do well. So I'm not going to harp on anything too negative if I can avoid it tonight, at least. For the first time back in a year, Tony, I'm going to try to not be such a pessimist.
Andrew says, are y'all ready for Player 2? I loved the first movie, Andrew. I would watch that again in a heartbeat. And if there is a second one, that would be awesome. And he's asking about Netflix too. Johnny, I don't know if you heard, are you a fan of the Netflix show Stranger Things? Have you ever watched it?
So I when it first came out, I maybe watched the first 2 episodes and I lost interest. So I have no idea. I know a little bit about the story.
That happened to us. We had the same reaction. I know everyone was talking about it. We tried to watch it twice. We didn't make it past the first episode twice. Yeah. And now season 5 premiere is, I think, around Thanksgiving this year. And the final season 5 is going to be shown on December 31st on Netflix and at AMC on December 31st. The season 5 finale.
Cool. Okay.
So I don't know if we're going to go to that.
Show.
It's huge. I was talking to my son about it the other day, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I can't wait for season 5 to start." So it is a big thing. But we started watching it again. We tried for the 3rd time to watch it, and now we're actually enjoying it a lot. We made it past the first episode. We love the characters. They're funny as hell. There's a lot of 80s callbacks and references in there for me, and a lot of teaching moments for my young wife. Oh yeah, that's how we used to dress, babe. Those, yeah, that's how the girls' hair was, and those are the cars we drove. Yeah, our dances look just like that.
What is
she
the
didn't
time?
grow up with all that, Johnny.
What is the time period to take place in again?
It's
Remind
in
me.
the 80s.
Okay, and if I remember correctly, I'll stretch conspiracy here, but that supposedly Stranger Things is based off of a actual CIA program that they did, and about opening these portals.
Trying to create a
Again.
rift into the upside down. That's pretty funny.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Well, I just will update you guys because I know I have a lot of Stranger Things fans in on the channel and in the Discord. We have just started season 3, so I think we'll be caught up by Thanksgiving to watch season 5 as it rolls out.
Maybe I need to give it another chance.
I think you'd really enjoy it. Give it a chance, at least
Okay.
all the way through the second show, the second
Okay.
one.
I will do
But
that.
I feel you. We have the same. Both my wife and me, we tried to watch it and we just couldn't get into it a year ago or 2 years ago.
You know, when it comes to TV as opposed to movies, if I don't get hooked in that first episode, knowing the time and energy I have to put into actually seeing it through to the end, if I can't get hooked in that first hour of television, I'm out pretty much. I mean, but there are shows that I've been Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, 1 hour in, and I'm hooked and never look back. So I'm going to have to try Stranger Things for the third time, I guess, and maybe third time will be the charm. We'll see.
Well, let me know. And I see Dan in the chat. Yes, we are hooked now, Dan. Now we're fighting over. Oh, you got one episode ahead of me. How dare you? We have this unspoken rule that if we're watching a show together, you're not allowed to watch an episode ahead. But sometimes I have nothing to do, or she's at work, and the stock market's dead, or whatever, and I'll just go watch a show. She's been getting mad at me, but we're back together. I think she's ahead of me an episode now because I fell asleep early last night.
Okay.
Anyhow, we're getting well into season 3.
Bucks fan says it is the third episode when he got hooked. All right, so maybe I will do that.
Landman, yeah, Landman is one of our favorite shows too. Landman season, what is it? Season 2 or 3? The next season's coming out. That's a great show.
That's the Billy Bob Thornton oil story.
Yep.
Okay.
Kenneth says, any comments on the GNS lawsuit against naked short sellers? Will it help unwind market manipulation on AMC and GME? I don't know, Kenneth. It's going to take several years, I imagine. I think you should pay attention to Genius Group on Monday. Wake up at 4 a.m. and if you have pre-market trading, it could be a little momentum run on Monday, maybe for a couple days. I don't know. It was halted all day Friday, and then it started trading after hours on Friday. And of course, you probably know it ran up 50% after hours. But sometimes strange things happen when you don't have a lot of volume and the big players aren't there to try and short it back down. The lawsuit is interesting. I want any of these companies to get their hooks into somebody and prove something on one of these lawsuits. And so I wish them well with that. But I would say it's probably going to take some time. In the meantime, while that time is going on, the stock could have a momentum pop just on people getting excited. Even they don't realize this is going to take years. You can, just like on Beyond Meat, people don't realize the actuality of what's going on. It's just a FOMO momentum play. You might be able to make money on it, but don't mistake the fact that Genius Group's finances are a wreck. They're short on cash. There's more dilution coming, and they have an open prospectus to sell $1 billion worth of stock on, what's their float right now? a float of 75 million. Can you imagine that, Massalorian? The float is $75 million market cap, and they want to sell $1 billion more.
That's unbelievable.
Talk about dilution.
Right.
Now, I have no idea on what time frame they're going to do that, and they say they want to sell those shares to raise money to buy Bitcoin. They've already bought some Bitcoin. They're underwater on their Bitcoin now. Something else you need to think about. As Bitcoin falls, GNS is going to have even more losses hit their books. So I don't know what, there's two separate stories here. Genius, the company, and Genius, the lawsuit. I will be following with close interest, and I will not be casting aspersions or, I already see people tearing them up on social media. This is going to fail, blah, blah, blah. Maybe it'll fail. I don't know. I don't get a lot of enjoyment out of trying to watch a company fail.
No,
maybe it will. Maybe it will. I hope it doesn't. That's
Right.
one issue. The second issue is trading the stock. You got to still keep your wits about you. The company is still a wreck on their financial side, and they plan to dilute. So there's a potential for a bull trap. Just be careful. I don't want to see people buying into this $1,000 price target nonsense, and it runs up to $4, $8, $10, and then the company overnight drops a bunch of shares. You know how
Tony.
it go, Massalorian?
Yes, sir. You gotta excuse me real quick. I gotta hit the restroom again. I had way too much coffee before we came on. Sorry.
He-Man, Revelations, and Revolution. Andrew's just dropping all the monies in here. By the power of, is it Grace Stoke? By the power of Grace Stone? I forget what he's. I've got the power. All right. While Massalorian is away for a minute, someone drop a ticker that we haven't talked about yet. One that you're interested in, maybe one that's going to be a potential run next week. And let's take a quick look at it. Hamrock says, I still hold AMC proudly. It's worth what I sell it for. Congratulations, Hamrock. Welcome, welcome. I'm hoping for the day that I can come back in and buy some AMC. Right now, as you guys know, I'm doing my part, the part that I can do. AMC A-list member, watching 100 movies a year, and I will put my record up against anybody.
What was the last movie you saw, Tony?
I saw Christie on Friday, was it? Thursday or Friday?
The Sydney Sweeney movie?
Sydney Sweeney, yeah. It was not at all on my top of my list. Like, I wanted to see Nuremberg and a couple of other movies. The Running Man, we might go see The Running Man tomorrow. But in the time slot that I had open on that day, because my time is, I don't have all day just free. There's little windows. That was the only movie that was close by at AMC and available in my slot. And I knew that the audience reviews on Christie were good, but the critics didn't like it. So I took a chance, and I actually enjoyed the movie.
Really?
Yeah. Sydney Sweeney, as an actress, she did a good job portraying the character. There were some surprises in the film for me that I was not expecting, because I didn't know her whole life story. I just knew she was a well-known female boxer from, 70s or 80s, 90s. And yeah, I enjoyed the movie. Will everybody enjoy it? Everybody will not enjoy it, no. But for certain people that like sports movies or biopics or sports biopics, it's a well-done film. Go ahead. What'd you say?
I I was gonna say, do you remember her back in the day fighting before some of the big fights that went on, like
See,
Tyson
I
Holyfield?
don't. I was talking to my wife about that the other night. She's like, "How do you not remember her?" Because I've always been a boxing fan, and we used to watch Muhammad Ali and all of them back in the day. And I just don't. I don't think I ever really paid attention to the. I was a young kid, Massalorian. I just didn't pay attention to
Female
the
side of it?
early. I was there to watch the title bout. You know, I didn't have time to learn all the lower card
Yeah,
boxers. I just didn't.
I hear
We
you.
were trying to figure out what time Scooby-Doo was coming on the next morning.
Right.
You
I
know,
hear you.
it was more about spending time with your dad or your brother or whatever, watching the big fight.
Yeah. True.
I had to explain to my wife the whole Cassius Clay Muhammad Ali thing the other day
Oh,
too.
really? Or what's the other one that's good? Oh God, what's the other one that's good? Oh, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I can't remember what his name was
Oh, I don't
before
even
he
know
was
if I know what his other name is.
I can't remember now. I remember it from a basketball card that came out in like the 70s. But yeah, I guess that could be a little confusing, huh? Cassius Clay. Who is Cassius Clay? Yeah, Muhammad Ali.
Well, she was wondering, like, how does a guy that looked like that get the name Muhammad Ali?
Right.
He doesn't. She said he doesn't look Indian. Oh, my wife, you
Oh
gotta love
boy.
her. You gotta love
Hey,
her.
she's close. She's very close.
He
In the same
doesn't look
geographical
Indian.
area. Very close. He's right. It's getting hot.
Oh.
Mm.
All right. While you were at the bathroom, I asked them to throw up some tickers so we could do it. Just a quick rundown. Someone asked, how do we analyze tickers? So the first one that someone threw up there was Anya, threw up the ticker LUMN, Lumen Tech. I think we've looked at this one before, but for the gentleman that asked, how do we look at these tickers? I'm going to run through very quickly what I look at. And then once I do this initial look, if I see something that's like, oh, this one definitely deserves more time, the more time part of the story is reading 10Qs, reading any other important filings, and listening to at least one, maybe two of the most recent earnings calls. And so that might take me half a day or a day to do a full deep dive for myself. That's not even talking about getting ready to make a video, just trying to see what information I can gather before I buy a stock that I plan to hold for a long time. I don't do any of this if it's a swing trade, a day trade. I don't worry about any of what we're about to do. We're talking about if you want to buy it and hold it for 3, 6, 12 months, a year, 5 years, then you need to do some minimum level of work to understand what kind of risk you're looking at here. And I have also, I don't have it open here. I have a report card that shows you kind of the high level things that I'm looking for. You'll get an example of my report card in the Q3 movie industry wrap up video I did last week. Go check that out. So obviously we want to look at the chart for Lumen Technologies. It's on a good upward trend. 78 cents in 2023 up to a high of 11 bucks. Currently at 7.99. We've had a little bit of a pullback here. We'd want to go understand what caused that. We're not going to read every press release, but that happened on what day? Hello. All right, so it happened over a course of days. News starting on about the 10th or 11th. I just would look and see revenue guidance, Q3 earnings. No, that's BCE. Recent leadership change. All right, so yeah, there's some headlines I'd want to go read up on. The next thing that I would look at is over on stockanalysis.com. Just a quick look. I do have videos on my channel in the education playlist of what to look for, but we're generally looking at revenue, obviously. Is it going up? That's what we want to see. What we have here is a trend of revenue going down. So that's going to be something that I'm not thrilled about out of the gate, but that's not, there's a lot of things to look at here. So let's run through them. Operating income. It's also on a trend that I don't like. It's been going down and now it's negative. Net income. They have barely ever had a profit since 2022. Shares outstanding. I don't see a ton of dilution here. Gross margin, 44%, but negative profit margin. And they do have a positive free cash flow in the most recent quarter, but it's kind of all over the map here. So, you know, out of the gate, this is not the best income statement in the world. Again, I haven't looked at anything of what they do, what their products are, why the income is bouncing. I'm just doing a quick look at numbers. Cash balance is growing. We'd prefer to see that over one that's declining, approaching zero like AMC. Shareholders' equity is negative, so they have more liabilities than they do assets. And their working capital is positive. So that is good, $4.7 billion. That is a healthy working capital. So balance sheet, it's good on the working capital side. We prefer both shareholders' equity and working capital be positive. Once you see you have a kind of a yellow flag here, then you need to go dig into what is going on here. Why are the liabilities higher than the assets? And is this anything that matters? They have some intangibles, 4.4 billion. They got 19 billion in property, plant, and equipment. Debt, they have 17 billion. And then the final thing that I would look at is cash flow. Operating cash flow is generally positive, so that's good. CapEx, they're spending a ton of money on CapEx. So I would want to go see what is that money being spent on. I'm sure management talks about it, or it's in the 10Q. And net cash flows, free cash flow. Free cash flow, positive, negative, positive, negative. I mean, this could be a turnaround type story. Do you say turnaround on a company that's making $3 billion? Yeah, I mean, you need a turnaround. You need a turnaround in revenue and net income. I don't know enough, Anya, to say, just from looking at it here quickly, if that is possible or not. So the next thing we look at is, what are the analysts, the ones that are following this stock? How many are following it? What are they saying? We got 7 analysts covering the stock. They have a price target of $5, which is 33% lower than the current price. So that is also indicating that there is some reason to be careful here. We have a wide variety of prices between $4.60 and $7.50. Anya says, can you look at Lumen and first quarter 2026? I don't know what. Oh, you mean like what are they forecasting? They're forecasting, Anya, what I'm seeing here, negative earnings all the way through 2026, not turning positive on EPS till 2028. So, you know, I don't know. It's not my favorite stock. I'll say that. I'm trying to be nice. There's not a lot for me to love in a 5-minute look. but maybe you could sell me with a deeper dive. Did we lost Johnny? I just realized as I'm doing all this, you're stuck looking at this damn screen as I was looking at stockanalysis.com, all that wasted effort. All that wasted effort. And I should y'all probably told me in the chat and I just wasn't looking. Anyhow, stockanalysis.com is what we were looking at. What happened to Massalorian? He dropped off. Let me see if he texted me. He said his computer froze. All right, I'm going to give him a few minutes. I don't want to do another ticker review in particular, but if you guys have something that this is the Saturday stock SmackDown, a ticker that you think is going to pop next week. We already talked about GNS. This is your moment to tell me in the chat, what is the ticker and why does it have high excitement for next week? Johnny, what do you want to talk about on politics? What's caught your eye?
Let's mix some politics with economy. Let's talk about tariffs.
Yeah.
And let's check. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's one way to return our money to ourselves, right? Who's paying the tariffs, Johnny?
Yeah, we're not paying the tariffs, right? This isn't coming. This isn't going to be funded by the American people down the road.
But don't you think?
Point, right?
Don't you think that some of the cost is being passed on to us, and we are in a way paying the tariffs?
Eventually, at probably right now, yes, right. But let's think of what are the what's the reason for the tariffs? The tariffs are to drive business back into the United States, right? We're trying to get companies to come back here.
That is ostensibly the reason, yes. And I like that. I like that. I like the high level view of that idea, the practicality of like flipping a switch and, oh, we're going to start manufacturing next week of this product in the US. You know,
that doesn't happen.
Sometimes that's hard to pull off. And I think the administration has been criticized, like maybe target industries where we really have our own industry really going on and we're being undercut by the Chinese or someone. But this across the board tariffs that they're doing is maybe not the best idea. I'd take a stimulus check, $2,000. Sure, why not?
Absolutely. And you know, I've had people ask me my opinion. What do you think is going to happen? You think he's going to do it? And my honest opinion is, looking at the latest poll numbers and how he's polling as far as the economy goes, from his base, I'm going to be honest with you, Tony. I probably a year ago I would have considered myself in Trump's base, but I don't know if I do anymore. Honestly, I really don't. Some of the things he's done, I definitely did not vote for. So my opinion's changed dramatically in the last 12 months, let's say, on Trump and his promise of America first. Yeah, he's doing some of the things that he said he was going to do. But I thought that it would be scaled up maybe 4 or 5x of what we're seeing right now. I saw someone earlier in the chat asked about my thoughts on the Epstein files and him not releasing them. there's pressure coming from all over. He said he was going to release them. Hasn't kept his promise so far as I'm concerned.
Nope. And then what was that program he had going on with Elon where they were going to go in and chop all the budgets down and save us a bunch of money? That just kind of went up, poof, and smoke.
Yeah, they talked about stimulus checks from the Doge returns and
yeah, the
and
Doge,
supposedly the money.
the Doge thing.
And that
what happened to that? It was
never,
like all the rage until him and Elon got in a fight, and now nobody talks about it anymore. I don't know.
Never, yeah, right. Never mentioned again. They said that many people that's been wasted in the current administration, and never another peep after Elon had his fallout with Trump. So, my honest opinion. Yeah, Ben.
Yeah, I saw a headline that he was squabbling now with Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah, I'm not sure honestly, T, what that's about, but yeah, I have seen her. Well, you know, in my opinion, she's more America first than he is.
It's kind of when I watch Trump with a lot of people, he reminds me a lot of certain YouTubers where they're your friend and your buddy and your best pal until you say the one thing they don't like, and all of a sudden Trump becomes your mortal enemy.
You're ostracized. Yep.
Yeah. Not only ostracized, you're given a full onslaught attack that never stops. And nicknames. You're given nicknames. Crazy Marjorie. Yeah.
Yeah.
He does that. Trump does that to so many people. Like, I'd be scared to get in his inner circle. Just wait till he turns on Bill Pulte.
If he turns on you, yeah, you're in trouble.
Wait till he turns on Bill Pulte.
I know. I see he's in the headlines too, huh? Pulte's
get ugly.
He's come a long way, Bill Pulte. He's on Fox Business every other day now. There's something about what Pulte's posting or his social media.
Did I don't know, you were disconnected from social media. Did you know he got in really deep with the Bed Bath & Beyond crowd?
I did. And
then
then
he just abandoned them and deleted all his tweets.
I saw that he did a big bait and switch, get everyone who was in Bed Bath & Beyond to get into Pulte Equities or whatever, with Pulte Holdings. That big conference they had, that live event. Oh my God, what a disaster.
They think that Trump is setting up to get them paid for their Bed Bath & Beyond shares, Massalorian.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly, T, I really think that he might starting to get desperate right now. You know that he's seeing these numbers. His ego won't let him ignore them. It's a possibility that we could lose a lot in 2026. I don't think he wants to do that. And I think if he just the gun right now and sends out $2,000 stimulus checks, because people are hurting right now, they want the money right now, that might save his skin in the short term. But again, like you said, you know, down the road at some point we'll be paying for it. If not now, in the future.
Anya says, I think you meant Marjorie Taylor Brown. It's one of those colors, Anya. Marjorie Taylor red, brown, green, you know. I'm equal opportunity. She's lucky that I remembered she had 3 names.
Is the brown in a reference to shit, or what is the brown?
I don't know. What is her last name? Now Anya's got me. Marjorie.
It's green. It was green.
Okay.
Yeah, it's green.
I thought it was green. Anya's making me question myself.
Your own sanity.
It is green, Anya. Anya's just being mean, I think, towards a Republican.
Active says 0% chance Trump hands out $2,000 checks.
Oh, wow. All right. Is that a wager? Is that a bet? Oh, Anya says Trump renamed her in a tweet, Marjorie Taylor Brown.
That's where it came from. Okay.
Oh,
I should have known, Anya.
What state is she from?
Georgia.
Georgia. Okay. She's a fellow Southerner. Well, I don't know much about her, Massalorian, other than she was a big supporter of Trump back in the day.
She was.
Not anymore.
Nope. Not anymore. She went on The View and trashed him. That's really jumping. That's really jumping ship.
She jumped the shark.
Yeah.
Baby UFO says doing the grout in first tiling of a kennel doing all 33 eventually. Do you have 33 pets or do you have a kennel business? Am I reading that right? 33 kennels you're going to be tiling? You certainly don't want carpet in the kennel, Massalorian.
No, that would get stinky, I would assume. Hate doing grout. Grout's the dirty part, right? Grout is that gets everywhere.
That is one skill that I have not mastered yet. You know, I like to do a lot of around the house stuff, and I've done some minor bathroom tile repair, but like tiling a whole floor or a whole wall, no, have not. Maybe one day.
I've done a backsplash. That's it.
Kitchen backsplash. I have paid
so
people.
I definitely have not mastered.
I've paid people to retile a house. Pet hotel kennel business. That's a good biz, baby UFO, especially if you can get in the premium niche, you know, where it's not a kennel, it's a pet
retreat.
It's a suite or a retreat. Yes. If you're in an area where you can get away with that, and you like pets, man, what a business. What a business.
Yep. Good side hustle. Or it might not even be a side hustle. That could be a main business. Absolutely.
It could be a main hustle. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife, you know, is always wanting more pets, Massalorian. I told her, and I'm serious about this. I said, if we end up getting some ranch land out somewhere, we should build a kennel. You know, if we have some acreage, we should build a kennel off, you know, the side of the property. Why not? You got all this land. How much? You don't need that much allocated towards a kennel and a dog run. And it's just free extra money.
If you got the land and the patience. Yeah.
Well, we have the patience. We're already going to have our own animals anyways. We already got a damn farm here in the neighborhood. And I know when we get more land, she's going to want more animals. So what's a few more extra dogs at that point?
Right. I was just looking before we came on at land outside of Knoxville, Tennessee, just east of the city. And for 12 acres right now, just outside of the city limits of Knoxville, you can get 12 of land, forest land, for $250K. That has
20,000 an acre, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
That's not bad.
Man.
And Knoxville's pretty territory.
In there, Knoxville?
I've been past it. I've been to Nashville. I've been to the Smoky Mountains.
Okay. So you've driven through that area.
Yeah.
Knoxville, East Tennessee. Yeah. It's beautiful country. It's beautiful country. Yeah. Not bad at all. Yeah. I've just been looking around, Tony.
Anya said, hey, I thought you were going to move to Texas. What happened there?
I'm in your area. I'm between Texas and Tennessee, East Tennessee right now. That's where I'm honing in. I'm looking for job opportunities and land for sale there. I'm in your space, T.
Baby UFO says, going to take me quite a while. They're pretty big kennels, 100 square feet each. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's huge.
Wow.
10 by 10 kennel.
That is huge.
That is a real suite. I mean, most dog kennels are what, like 3 by 6, 4 by 6, maybe, if you're lucky. I'm talking like a boarding kennel, not one of those metal ones where your vet just stores your pet in there for the day. Anya says you sure moved around. You're still up in the Massachusetts area right now, Mass, right?
I'm in southern New Hampshire right now.
All right, but you're what you were saying is that's the area that you're considering, right? Texas to
East Tennessee.
East Tennessee,
somewhere in there. Yep, in that area. Yeah, right across that west, going from west to east. I'm looking because it seems like I've been through that country. I think it's really pretty. I've lived in New England a long time. I've done everything there is up to do, and right now it's just too expensive to buy anything right here. I can't afford.
What about the land of the Mohicans?
That would be upstate New York, so west of me.
Oh, I was thinking Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky. Kentucky.
Yeah. In that movie, they call it
The movie.
Kentucky.
Yeah, I remember that. We're going east to Kentucky. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's Hawkeye, right? Hawkeye. Yeah,
I forget the character's
Great
name, but it was
movie.
in the movie Last of the Mohicans.
With Daniel Day-Lewis. That was a phenomenal movie.
One of my
Phenomenal
favorites.
movie.
All-time
Cinematography.
favorites.
Yeah. Yeah, true T, Tony.
Whenever I
Listen,
leave the
Tony,
house,
I hate what?
whenever I leave the house, I always tell my wife, "Stay alive, no matter what occurs. I will find you."
That was one of the
What?
famous lines there. Yeah. Under the waterfall. Yeah.
Or you have to leave? Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, Tony, I have something to do at 10 and I have in half an hour to get ready for it. But you know,
All right,
I
that's
wanted
cool.
to
I'm
make
getting
sure-
hungry too, and I know the wife is probably hungry, and maybe we can still fit a movie in tonight. So it's only 8:30 here.
Yeah.
So
still
it was
time.
good hanging out with you. I hope we get to see you again.
Tony, thank you so much. Yes, you will. You will see me again shortly. I appreciate you
All
having
right.
me on, T, very much.
All right, let me find the outro here. Go
Good
ahead
night,
and say
chat.
goodbyes. Do you want to say goodbye to anybody in your chat?
Everyone that's up there right now, Baby UFO, Anya, Andrew, you guys have a great night. It was and thanks for coming by and hanging out with me.
Same here, guys. Thank you very much. We love you. We'll see you on the next one.
Up and to the right. Up and to the right. Up and to the right.
Hello, millionaires. Short screenplays where fortunes flip. GameStop's journey, an epic trip. From humble roots to the moon we fly. A company's dream will amplify. Ready warriors, keyboards in hand. With their eyes on the prize, they took a stand. No one's selling, we're here to fight. How does it go? Up and to the right. Up and to the right, we're in for the ride. It stops on the rise, it can't be denied. Up and to the right, through the day and night. Together we'll soar, my ass is in sight. Up and to the right, we're in for the ride. It stops on the rise, it can't be denied. Up and to the right, through the day and night. Together we'll soar, more asses in sight. Hedge funds trembling, Kenny's in shock. GameStop stock, you'll never stop. From diamond hands to rocket ships, we're not selling, we buy every dip. Up and to the right, we're in for the ride. Up and to the right, it can't be denied. Up and to the right, through the day and night. Up and to the right, more asses in sight. Billions in cash on the balance sheet. We will win even if they cheat. Dilute us more, we don't care. Book value grows with every share. The doubters say it can't be done, but the retail army we've already won. With every share we'll never stop. Investors say we love the stock. Up and to the right, we're in for the ride. It stops on the rise, it can't be denied. Up and to the right, through the day and night. Together we'll soar. Up and to the right. Up and to the right. We're in for the ride. Together we'll soar. Up and to the right.
Surprise!
We're gonna win.